GOP Senator Lankford says, "I don't think Trump is a role model for young people." Hello and welcome to TSD. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. Senator James Lankford cited President Donald Trump's Twitter and some of his other harsh remarks as the reason he doesn't see the president as a role model for children. The Oklahoma Republican was asked why there is a louder call for more leadership from Trump during a Sunday interview on Face the Nation. Lankford maintained the position he held during the 2016 election that he did not see Trump to be a role model as a person, despite supporting some of his policies as president. Lankford claimed it has been a grand challenge in his faith to navigate Trump's personal failings with his policy successes. The senator touted Trump's work for anti-abortion causes but acknowledged that he wished the president were more of a role model. Take a look at this.
We're on the verge of this impeachment trial. And during the Clinton impeachment, we often heard from Republicans the criticism and the call for an American president to be a moral leader. And we heard about moral failings. These days, you will quietly hear criticism of the president from Republicans, but you don't hear that loud criticism in the way we did 20 years ago. What has changed?
Yeah, I'm not sure anything has changed. I think there's still this ongoing conversation about policy and about responsible leadership and about role models. I said very early on in the campaign time period, when people asked me in 2016, what are you looking for? I said, well, I always look for a president who can be a role model. I don't think that President Trump as a person is a role model for a lot of different youth. That's just me personally. I don't like the way that he tweets. Some of the things that he says, his word choices at times are not my word choices. He comes across with more New York City swagger than I do from the Midwest, and definitely not the way that I'm raising my kids. Saying that, there are policy areas that we agree on. And when we agree on those things, we work on those things together. But it's also been a grand challenge to be able to say, for a person of faith, for a person who believes that there is a right way to go on things, I wish that he did, and he was more of a role model in those areas. Now, saying all that, on the area of life, where I'm very passionate about the issues of abortion, for instance, he's been tenaciously pro-life. He's focused on putting people around him that are very, very focused on religious liberty, not honoring a particular faith, but honoring any person of any faith to go be able to live and practice that faith and to have respect for that. That's helpful for any person of faith, to be able to say, give me the space to be able to live my faith and to be able to put people into the administration that will also allow that and encourage that. So for people of faith, it's a bit of a conundrum at times. That I look at some of the moral decisions that he's made and go, I disagree with that. But he's also been very, very protective of areas like life and very protective of areas of religious liberty to be able to allow people to be able to live their faith out. And at the end of the day, what we're really looking for in an administration is folks that allow us to be able to live our principles.
Has that been hard for you? As a person who talks about living his faith, is it hard for you at times?
It is not hard for me to be able to live that out, because my first responsibility is for myself and for my family.
But then you get asked by people like me, how could you support this?
So
how could you support that?
It is the most interesting question that I get almost every day when I walk through anywhere in the Capitol. Someone from the press will say, the president just tweeted out this, what do you think about it? And put a microphone in my face and say, answer for any kind of moral statement. Or he just said a curse word in a public setting. I know you're a person of faith. Go answer for this. Again, the president has a spokesperson, and I'm not the president's spokesperson. I have a responsibility for myself and my team and for what my family is going to do. And then I'm also going to try to set what I believe is the right role model. Everyone has a task here. And one of the interesting things about Washington, D.C. is I don't get to pick the people that I work with. The American people pick the people that I work with. And then my responsibility is to be able to get things done in that environment that I think drive home a set of values and a set of policies that help the nation long term.
All right, so here's how it is. Trump personally may not be a favorable role model for many, for how he speaks and all, which is, I think, suitable to his field of expertise, which is business. He is a hardcore businessman. But what people, and I'm talking about the youth especially, is that if you make a noble promise to anyone, young or old, you gotta keep it. It doesn't matter what's it gonna take. It doesn't matter if you have to go against the tide. You gotta keep it. And that is something you can absolutely learn from the president's example. One other thing the young definitely needs to take note of is his strong patriotism. He might not be the best person, but he is a serious patriot who would never compromise Americans for others, no matter who it is. That is how I see President Trump. Let us know your perspectives in the comments down below. And haven't you checked out the official TST store yet? It has a variety of Patriot-themed custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and a lots more. Make sure to take a look and maybe help us out by picking some products for yourself and your loved ones at very reasonable prices. It does make a huge difference to what we're doing here. Link in the description below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. This is David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.